In a world where the glitz and glamour of Hollywood often mask its darker underbelly, some stories defy the silence and demand to be told. The tragic death of Stephen "Twitch" Boss, the charismatic DJ from The Ellen DeGeneres Show, has sparked a whirlwind of speculation and controversy, leaving many to question the narratives spun by those in power. Was his passing merely a heartbreaking end, or did it unveil a deeper, more sinister tapestry woven with secrets and betrayals? As the layers of this enigma unfold, whispers of connections to Ellen DeGeneres and Sean "Diddy" Combs hint at a complex web of influence and intimidation. Allegations surrounding mysterious notes, clandestine parties, and unexpected departures paint a picture of an industry shrouded in secrecy. Join us as we delve into the haunting mystery of Twitch's final days and the shadowy figures entwined in his story. The sudden and tragic demise of Stephen "Twitch" Boss, a figure beloved for his infectious energy and warmth, has left an indelible mark on those who knew him and those who admired him from afar. On December 13, 2022, the world was stunned by the news of his passing. The man who had effortlessly lit up rooms with his presence was now gone, leaving behind a trail of questions and a void filled with speculation. What exactly led to this tragic end, and what were the circumstances surrounding his departure? Stephen Boss, known to many simply as Twitch, was more than just the executive producer and in-house DJ for The Ellen DeGeneres Show. He was a beacon of positivity, a person whose very presence could elevate the mood of any room he entered. Yet beneath this public persona, it appears there were struggles and burdens that the world knew little about. His death, initially ruled as self-inflicted, set off a wave of rumors and whispers. Some began to question the nature of his relationships, particularly with Ellen DeGeneres, whom he had worked closely with for nearly 8 years. The circumstances of his last day raise eyebrows. Twitch reportedly left his home early on the morning of December the 12th, packing only a small bag with a change of clothes and a handgun. He left without a word to his wife, Allison, and turned his phone to airplane mode, making it impossible to track his movements. His destination was the Oak Tree Inn, a modest motel just a mile away from his home. The choice of location and his actions leading up to his death seemed out of character and sparked further intrigue. Allison, worried and unable to contact him, reported him missing soon after he left. In the wake of his death, the silence around the details only fueled more speculation. Why did a man so full of life choose such a solitary end? What were the pressures he faced, and who might have been involved? As the narrative began to take shape, one name kept surfacing: Ellen DeGeneres. The whispers grew louder, suggesting that his untimely death might be linked to the controversies surrounding her. This compelled many to look closer at the events leading to the end of The Ellen DeGeneres Show and the allegations that had surfaced against her. But this was only the beginning of a tangled web that would soon unravel. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the connection between Twitch and Ellen, exploring the allegations and the circumstances that have left so many questions unanswered. Could there be more to this story than meets the eye? As we delve deeper into the mystery surrounding Stephen "Twitch" Boss's tragic end, it becomes imperative to explore the figure at the center of the swirling rumors: Ellen DeGeneres. Known to the world as the queen of daytime television, Ellen built her empire on a foundation of kindness and humor. Her show was a beacon of positivity, creating a persona that was seemingly unassailable. But as the layers were peeled back, a different narrative began to emerge, one that many found difficult to reconcile with the public image she had so carefully crafted. Ellen's reputation took a significant hit when allegations of a toxic workplace environment surfaced. The claims were shocking, painting a picture of a host who was far from the amiable character seen on screen. The accusations ranged from verbal abuse to fostering an environment where fear and intimidation were rampant. It was a stark contrast to the brand of kindness she had championed. As the allegations came to light, the facade began to crumble. leaving many to wonder how much of Ellen's public persona was genuine. The timing of these revelations coincided with the end of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, a program that had been a constant in the lives of millions for nearly 2 decades. It was during this tumultuous period that Twitch found himself caught in the crossfire. As the executive producer and in-house DJ, his close association with Ellen placed him squarely in the midst of the storm. The scrutiny was intense, and the pressure on those associated with the show was immense. Twitch's role in the show became increasingly precarious as Ellen's image was tarnished by the scandal. In her public apology, Ellen addressed the allegations head-on, acknowledging the issues and promising change. However, many perceived her actions as too little, too late. Twitch, who had been a staple on the show, was thrust into an uncomfortable position. Some suggest that Ellen attempted to use Twitch's positive image to restore her own, a move that reportedly left him uneasy. The strain of navigating these waters may have added to the burdens he was already carrying, contributing to the tragic events that followed. As the connection between Ellen and Twitch is scrutinized, questions arise about what role, if any, Ellen played in the events leading up to Twitch's death. Was there more to their relationship than met the eye? And did Twitch know more than he could safely reveal? The intrigue deepens as we continue to unravel this complex tapestry, seeking answers to the questions that linger in the shadows. Could the whispers of a connection to more sinister events hold any truth? Join us as we continue to explore the web of secrets that entangle these lives and the hidden truths that may soon come to light. As the narrative surrounding Stephen "Twitch" Boss's death unfolds, one enigmatic element that stands out is the final note he left behind. This note, a poignant and chilling piece of the puzzle, has been the subject of much speculation and intrigue. What did Twitch reveal in this last message, and why has it become a focal point in the mystery of his untimely passing? Reports suggest that Twitch's note was not just a farewell but a revelation, a warning to his wife, Allison, about dark secrets he had uncovered. Allegedly, the note contained details about clandestine events and powerful individuals whose names are often whispered in the corridors of Hollywood. Among these names, surprisingly, was Ellen DeGeneres, a figure Twitch had worked closely with for years. The note implied that Twitch had witnessed events and behaviors that deeply troubled him, events that involved people he once trusted. The existence of this note has been confirmed by multiple sources, but its full contents remain under wraps, fueling the fire of speculation. Some believe that the note was a desperate attempt by Twitch to unburden himself of secrets that had weighed heavily on his mind. Others see it as a strategic move to protect his family from the potential repercussions of the truths he had uncovered. According to leaked sources, the note also mentioned a voice recording directed at Ellen, further complicating the narrative and hinting at a deeper connection to her than previously understood. Adding to the mystery is the fact that everyone who attended Twitch's funeral reportedly signed a non-disclosure agreement, NDA. This unusual move has led to suspicions that there was more to his death than what was initially presented to the public. The NDA has prevented those close to Twitch from speaking out, leaving a vacuum of information that has been filled with rumors and conjecture. Was the NDA a necessary measure to protect sensitive information? Or was it a way to silence those who might reveal inconvenient truths? The unanswered questions surrounding Twitch's final note and the NDA have left many to wonder about the true nature of the events leading up to his death. Did Twitch's proximity to influential figures in Hollywood expose him to dangers he couldn't escape? As we delve deeper into this mystery, the shadows surrounding Twitch's final days seem to grow longer, hinting at a story that is far from over. Stay with us as we continue to explore the implications of his last message and unravel the threads of this complex and troubling tale. As the dust began to settle on the shocking revelations surrounding Stephen "Twitch" Boss's death, another twist emerged that would further fuel the fires of speculation: Ellen DeGeneres' abrupt departure from the United States. This unexpected move raised eyebrows and set tongues wagging as people scrambled to understand the motivations behind such a drastic decision. Was it simply a desire to start anew, or was there a more sinister reason lurking beneath the surface? Ellen's relocation to the United Kingdom came on the heels of a tumultuous period in her career, one marked by allegations of a toxic work environment on her show and the subsequent fallout. Just as these controversies began to unfold, her longtime friend and colleague, Twitch, was found dead under mysterious circumstances. The timing of her departure seemed too coincidental for many observers, who began to piece together a narrative that linked Ellen to the darker elements of Hollywood's underbelly. Adding to the intrigue was Ellen's decision to change her appearance drastically. Known for her iconic blonde hair, she opted for a brunette look as she settled into her new life in England. While such a change might seem trivial, in the context of her sudden move, it was viewed by some as an attempt to reinvent herself and escape the scrutiny she faced in the United States. The question on everyone's mind was whether these changes were merely cosmetic, or if they symbolized something deeper, a desire to distance herself from the controversies and secrets tied to her past life. Theories surrounding Ellen's departure grew more complex when viewed alongside the swirling rumors of her association with Sean "Diddy" Combs and the alleged clandestine parties that both were said to frequent. These whispers suggested a world of power and privilege, where secrets were currency and silence was often bought. For those who dared to look closer, Twitch's death and Ellen's exodus seemed to form a pattern, one of secrecy, influence, and fear. As we continue to peel back the layers of this enigmatic story, the questions only multiply. What truths might Ellen be running from, and how do they connect to the tragic end of her friend and colleague? Could her departure be an indication of deeper involvement in the events that led to Twitch's death, or is it merely an unfortunate coincidence? The answers remain elusive, yet the pursuit of truth drives us forward. Join us as we delve further into the shadows cast by these intertwined lives, seeking clarity in a world shrouded in mystery. In the wake of Stephen "Twitch" Boss's tragic death, the conversation has veered toward the enigmatic and often shadowy world of Hollywood's elite. This world, shrouded in secrecy and power, is said to host gatherings that blur the lines between influence and impropriety. The names that emerge in these discussions are often those of high-profile figures like Ellen DeGeneres and Sean "Diddy" Combs, whose parties have become the stuff of legend and speculation. These clandestine gatherings are rumored to be more than just celebrity meet and greets. Instead, they serve as a backdrop for much darker activities, where the powerful can operate under their own set of rules. For Twitch, who was closely associated with Ellen, his presence at these events placed him in a precarious position. Whispers suggest he might have stumbled upon secrets too dangerous to keep, secrets that could expose the underbelly of the entertainment industry. The involvement of influential figures at these gatherings creates a web of connections that is difficult to untangle. Ellen and Diddy, both well established in their respective fields, are linked not only through their celebrity status, but also through these whispered tales of exclusive parties. For those on the outside, the allure of such events might seem irresistible, but for insiders like Twitch, the reality could be far more sinister. The notion that Twitch was silenced before he could reveal damning truths adds a chilling layer to the already complex narrative. Could his death have been a warning to others who might consider stepping out of line? As the speculation continues to mount, the shadowy dealings of Hollywood's elite remain under intense scrutiny. The silence of those with first-hand knowledge only deepens the mystery, leaving many to question the true extent of the power wielded by these figures. As we delve further into this world of hidden agendas and whispered secrets, the stakes grow ever higher. What role do these clandestine gatherings play in the broader narrative of Twitch's death? And what implications do they hold for those still enmeshed in this secretive circle? The search for answers pushes us to peer beyond the glamour and into the heart of the industry's darkest corners. But what will we find when we venture further into the shadows? Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the threads of this enigmatic tale, seeking the truth behind the whispers. As the storm of speculation continues to swirl around the tragic passing of Stephen "Twitch" Boss, one truth emerges from the shadows. The legacy of Twitch is far more complex than the public ever imagined. His death, surrounded by secrecy and unanswered questions, has inadvertently shone a light on a world few get to see, revealing the pressures and intrigues faced by those in the limelight. But what does this mean for the memory of Twitch, a beloved figure who brought joy and light to so many? Twitch's story is a poignant reminder of the duality often present in the lives of public figures. On one hand, he was a beacon of positivity, known for his infectious energy and the joy he brought to his roles on television. On the other, his final days paint a picture of a man burdened by secrets and pressures beyond what many could comprehend. The narrative of his life, now intertwined with whispers of Hollywood's darkest corners, complicates the simple image of a man who loved to dance and entertain. The revelations about Twitch's final note and the alleged NDA signed at his funeral only add to the mystique surrounding his legacy. These elements suggest a deeper narrative, one where Twitch might have served as both a participant and a silent observer in the intricate dance of power and influence that defines Hollywood. Yet despite the layers of intrigue, there remains an undeniable truth. Twitch was a cherished husband, father, and friend, whose loss is felt deeply by those who knew him best. In the wake of his passing, the outpouring of love and support for Twitch's family highlights the impact he had on those around him. His widow, Allison, has become a symbol of resilience, navigating the choppy waters of grief while raising their 3 children. The memory of Twitch, with all its complexities, serves as a powerful testament to the man he was and the legacy he leaves behind, a legacy of joy, love, and perhaps untold truths. As we continue to unravel the multifaceted story of Stephen "Twitch" Boss, we are reminded of the importance of looking beyond the surface. His life and death challenge us to question the narratives presented by those in power and to seek the truths hidden within the shadows. What other stories remain untold, and who will be brave enough to shine a light on them? Join us as we delve deeper into the intricate tapestry of Hollywood's hidden world, drawing ever closer to the heart of this captivating mystery. As we delve deeper into the enigmatic life and death of Stephen "Twitch" Boss, the labyrinth of secrets surrounding his story grows increasingly intricate. Each revelation seems to uncover another layer of mystery, prompting more questions than answers. The whispers of clandestine encounters, hidden messages, and powerful figures suggest that the truth is far more complex than initially perceived. How much of Twitch's story has yet to be told, and what implications do these secrets hold for those left behind? Twitch's final days were marked by a series of unsettling actions that seemed to hint at a brewing storm beneath his calm exterior. His decision to leave a note detailing the dark secrets he had witnessed, coupled with the alleged voice recording directed at Ellen DeGeneres, paints a picture of a man grappling with forces beyond his control. The existence of these messages suggests that Twitch was not only aware of the hidden machinations within Hollywood's elite circles, but also deeply affected by them. Yet the full contents of these communications remain shrouded in mystery, their truths obscured by a veil of silence. The role of Ellen DeGeneres in this narrative continues to be a focal point of speculation. Her sudden departure from the United States and drastic change in appearance have raised eyebrows, suggesting a possible connection to the events leading up to Twitch's death. Theories abound about her involvement in the clandestine activities Twitch reportedly witnessed. Was she merely a peripheral figure caught in the crossfire? Or did her actions and associations play a more significant role in the unfolding drama? As the pieces of this puzzle slowly come together, the spotlight remains firmly fixed on understanding the extent of her involvement. Moreover, the broader implications of tWitch's story echo throughout the entertainment industry, highlighting the often unseen pressures faced by those in the limelight. The intersection of fame, power, and secrecy forms a precarious balance that can prove overwhelming even for the most resilient individuals. tWitch's tragic end serves as a stark reminder of the hidden costs associated with celebrity, prompting a reevaluation of how these narratives are constructed and consumed by the public. In the quest for answers, one must consider what remains undisclosed. The narrative woven around tWitch's life and death is a testament to the complexities of human experience and the often unseen struggles faced by those in the public eye. As investigations continue and new information surfaces, the hope remains that justice, in whatever form it may take, will ultimately prevail. What truths will emerge from the shadows, and how will they reshape our understanding of this tragic tale? Join us as we continue to seek closure in the haunting story of Stephen "Twitch" Boss, an exploration that promises to challenge perceptions and unveil hidden truths. As we unpack the layers of this complex narrative, it becomes evident that the death of Stephen "Twitch" Boss is enveloped in a shroud of mystery and suspicion. From his last days to the ominous notes he left behind, the connections to powerful figures like Ellen DeGeneres and Diddy add an unsettling dimension to his tragic story. Allegations of witnessing things he shouldn't have, and the subsequent pressure to remain silent paint a chilling picture of the entertainment industry's darker side. Simultaneously, Diddy's legal battles and the accusations against him raise questions about the extent of his influence and the secrets he might be hiding. As the dust settles, the world watches and waits for the truth to emerge, hoping for justice to prevail in an industry often marred by controversy and hidden agendas. The echoes of tWitch's life and the unresolved questions of his death remind us of the complexities and shadows that lurk behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood.